Myself, I am T. Padmapavani. I am pursuing in first year BTech in CSM branch at SRIT College. Today, my topic is about robotics. First of all, what is robotics? Robotics is a branch of engineering and computer science that includes mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, and others. Robotic deals with the design, construction, operation, and use of robots as well as computer systems for their control and information processing and operation of robots. The objective of the robotics field is to create intelligent machines that can assist or help humans in a variety of ways. The main definition of robotics is a robot is a programmable machine that can complete a task. Here is the basic structure of robotics. They are base, link, 0, giant 1, link 1, giant 2, link 2, and end of the op. Next, what is robot anatomy? The components of robot. We can discuss about it. What is the base? The support of the arm is called a base, which gives support for the arm is called base. What is link? The link is a rigid member that connects the joint. Then what is a joint? A joint is the one which integrates two or more links to provide controlled relative movement between input link and output link. What is end effector? It is a device at the end of the arm of a robot arm which is shaped like hand or a special tool depend upon the application. This is the basic structure of robot which consists of waist, shoulder, elbow, wrist and tooth. Then what is base? The support for the robot arm. Here the waist is the base of this robot. Then what is the link? The link is a rigid member that connects a joint. It can be an input link and output link. Here the link is between the shoulder and elbow. It is the link. And what is joint? Integrates two or more links to provide controlled relative movement between input and output. Here the joints are shoulder, elbow, wrist. These are the joints of this robot. And what is end effector? It is the device at the end of the robotic arm which is shaped like a hand or as a special tool depending upon the application. Here the tool is called as end effector because it is the last and it is also called as arm. Then there are different types of robot joints. They are rotational joint, orthogonal joint, linear joint, revolutional joint. First of all, what is rotational joint or odd joint? This type of joint allows rotatory relative motion where the axis of rotation is perpendicular to the axis of the input link and the output link. Here, the input and output are straight and the rotational joint is perpendicular to it. And then, what is linear joint or L joint? This type of joint allows a translation sliding motion between the input and output links, with the axis of the links are parallel. Here, the input link is sliding the output link. These are connected with the linear joint. And then next, what is orthogonal joint or O joint? This type of joint allows translation sliding between the input link and the output link with the axis of the output link is perpendicular to the input link. Here, the input link and output link is perpendicularly joined by orthogonal joint. And then what is twisting joint or T joint? This type of joint allows a translation rotatory motion where the axis of the rotation is parallel to the axis of the input and output links. Here, these input link and output link are parallel and these are connected by twisting joint. And next, revolving joint or V joint. In this type of joint, the input link axis is parallel to the rotational axis of the joint, whereas the output link axis is perpendicular to the rotational axis of the joint. Here, the input link is connected in parallel direction and the output link is connected to the perpendicular direction to revolving joint. And there are several types of robot configurations. They are Cartesian coordinate robot, cylindrical configuration, polar configuration or spherical, jointed arm robot, and scarab configuration. Right. Applications of robotics in mechanical industry. It is very important to know applications where we are using robotics. Material or part handling applications. In the first one is pick and place application. The most common and simplest application here is the pick and place application, where objects are picked from one location and placed to another location. It is just picking and placing from one place to another place. Then what is palletizing application? Another application that is slightly complex, it is very complex, is the palletizing application, where the robot stacks products or carbon boxes onto a pallet at various positions on the pallet to the required height. It can change the position in the pallet and then stacking application. Here the robots are used to stack pots one upon another, which means to keep one upon another. After each placement, the vertical position is recalculated and the new stacking height is determined. And next, insertion operation. Here the robots are used to insert parts into the compartments or spaces provided in a cart. In the place of car manufacturing, they are using robotics to fix doors and windows. This is the examples. And then machine loading and unloading. We are using robotics for loading and unloading for processing operations. Thank you for giving this opportunity.